0.3. So displacement for the first point will be v1 into t because its velocity is vector v1. Similarly, displacement for the second point will be v2 into t because its velocity is vector v2. So we have vector s1 is vector v1 into t and vector s2 is equal to vector v2 into t. So in this triangle we can see that vector r is equal to vector r1 plus vector s1 because of the triangle's rule. And in this triangle we have vector r is equal to vector r2 plus vector s2 because of the triangle's rule. Now let's start with the calculations. We know that vector r is equal to vector r. So over here we have r1 plus v1t. Over here we have r2 plus v2 into t. So you just take this r2 over there and we have r1 minus r2 is equal to t v2 minus v1. So we can say for sure because t is a scalar. So we can say that r1 minus r2 will be parallel to v2 minus v1 because t is a scalar, positive scalar. So if two vectors are parallel, now you need to think again. If vectors are parallel, then their unit vectors will be same. So what we need to do is the last step is the unit vector for r1 minus r2, which is vector divided by its magnitude, should be equal to the unit vector for v2 minus v1, which is v2 minus v1 divided by its magnitude. So in this way you can solve the question. So you have seen that the entire turning point is in steps. Any problem which you solve involves certain steps. The first step is the idea of solving the problem. Then is the information, then is the calculation. So practice on each of these aspects and don't mug the solution. Try to learn the process of solution. Try to develop your mind. Only then you will be able to have good problem solving skills and perform in your exam. If you just keep on mugging questions without proper understanding, without problem solving skills, then you will always be afraid of questions, you will always feel depression, anxiety, negative thoughts, and ultimately you will lose out. So if you want to prepare for being the best in the world, then you must work on yourself, you must work on your mind, you must work on your problem solving skills, you must work on your photographic memory. And in this way you can proceed. Books are just a tool to check whether your mind has developed those skills or not. So don't try to mug the solutions, always try to learn the process. Thank you and have a nice day.